Imagine this. You're at a car dealership. You just want to look around, maybe test drive a car, get a feel for what's out there. But the moment you step onto the lot, a salesperson approaches you with a smile that's a little too wide, a handshake that's a little too firm, and a voice that's a little too enthusiastic. Great choice. This model just came in. Let me tell you why you need this car. And suddenly, you don't want the car anymore. You don't even want to be there. You feel pressured, manipulated, sold to. So, you leave. Now, here's the million-dollar question. Why does being sold to feel so uncomfortable? And more importantly, is there a way to influence people, to inspire them to take action without making them feel that way? What if you could make people want what you offer without ever having to convince them? What if the secret to success in business, in relationships, in life wasn't about selling harder, but about not selling at all? That's exactly what Mukund explores in his transformative book, Don't Sell, Make Them Buy. This isn't just a book about sales, it's a book about human psychology, influence, trust, and the art of creating genuine desire. It's about shifting from pushing to pulling, from convincing to attracting. And today we're going to dive deep into its most powerful lessons. Welcome to Ladder Up English. Let's begin this journey. The core message. So what is this book really about? At its heart, Don't Sell, Make Them Buy teaches us that true influence doesn't come from persuasion. It comes from understanding human desire, building trust, and creating value so compelling that people naturally want what you offer. Instead of pitching, pressuring, or convincing, the book shows you how to tap into what people already want, speak to their emotions, tell stories that resonate, and position yourself as someone who genuinely helps, not someone who just wants to make a sale. It's about becoming a magnet, not a salesperson. When you master this shift, people don't feel sold to, they feel served, and that's when they buy. Now, let's break this down step by step. Chapter 1. The Shift from Selling to Attracting. Scene. The coffee shop conversation. Picture this. Two friends sit across from each other in a cozy coffee shop in Brooklyn. One is a struggling entrepreneur named Sarah. She's been trying to sell her handmade candles online for months, but no one's buying. She's posting every day, running ads, offering discounts. Nothing's working. Her friend Maya is a successful brand consultant. Sarah finally asks, "What am I doing wrong?" Maya takes a sip of her latte and says, "You're trying too hard to sell. Stop selling, start attracting." Sarah looks confused. What's the difference? Maya leans in. Selling is when you chase people and try to convince them. Attracting is when you become so valuable, so interesting, so aligned with what they already want, that they come to you. This is the foundational shift that Mukund introduces in the book. Most people think sales is about convincing someone to do something they don't want to do. But that's exhausting, and it rarely works long-term. Real influence is about alignment, not persuasion. When you try to sell, you're operating from a place of lack. You're chasing, you're convincing, you're creating resistance. But when you shift to making them buy, you're operating from a place of abundance. You're attracting, you're serving, you're creating desire. Mukund explains that people don't like being sold to, but they love buying. The key is to create an environment where buying feels like their idea, not yours. Practical application. How do you apply this in real life? 1. Stop chasing, start positioning. Instead of reaching out to potential clients or customers with a pitch, focus on positioning yourself as someone who solves problems, adds value, and understands their world. 2. Focus on them, not you. Most sales messages are all about me, me, me. My product, my service, my company. Flip it. Make it about them, their problems, their dreams, their needs. 3. Create curiosity, not pressure.
Instead of saying, buy now, say something that makes them think, I want to know more. Takeaway. Selling pushes, attracting pulls. People hate being sold to, but they love buying. Shift your energy from convincing to serving. Have you ever felt pressured by a salesperson and it made you not want to buy? Tell us your story in the comments below. Chapter 2. Understanding Human Desire. Scene: the gym membership. Let's talk about Alex. Alex lives in Austin, Texas. He's been thinking about joining a gym for months. He drives past 2 gyms on his way to work every day. The first gym has a huge banner. Sign up now, 50% off, limited time. The second gym has a simple message: become the strongest version of yourself. Guess which one Alex joins? The second one. Why? Because the first gym was trying to sell him a membership. The second gym was selling him a vision of himself.
Here's a truth that changes everything. People don't buy products. They buy better versions of themselves. Our Mukund dives deep into this idea. He explains that every decision we make is driven by desire, but not surface-level desire, deep desire. We don't buy a car because we need transportation. We buy it because we want to feel free, successful, or adventurous. We don't buy a course because we want information. We buy it because we want transformation. The best communicators, marketers, and leaders understand this. They don't sell features, they sell feelings. They sell identity. They sell the future version of the person they're speaking to. Practical application. 1. Ask, what does this person really want? Go deeper than the obvious. If you're selling a productivity app, the person doesn't just want to be organized. They want to feel in control of their life, less stressed, more confident. 2. Speak to the transformation, not the transaction. Instead of saying, buy my course for $99, say, imagine waking up every day feeling confident, clear, and in control. 3. Paint a picture of their desired future. Help them see themselves after they've worked with you, used your product, or followed your advice. Takeaway. People don't buy what you sell. They buy who they become. Tap into deep desires, not surface needs. Sell the transformation, not the transaction. What's something you bought recently, not because you needed it, but because of how it made you feel? Drop it below. Chapter 3. The Power of Storytelling. Scene: the TED Talk. You're sitting in an auditorium. 2 speakers take the stage. The first speaker says, our software increases productivity by 32% and reduces operational costs by 18%. The second speaker says, let me tell you about Maria. She's a single mom working 2 jobs, barely sleeping, drowning in to-do lists. One day, she discovered a tool that gave her 3 extra hours a week, and for the first time in years, she had time to read her daughter a bedtime story. Which speaker do you remember? The second one. Every time. Our Mukund dedicates an entire section to storytelling, and for good reason. Stories are the oldest and most powerful form of persuasion. Why? Because stories bypass logic and speak directly to emotion. They don't tell people what to think, they make people feel. When you tell a story, you're not just sharing information, you're creating an experience. You're inviting someone into a world where they can see themselves, feel something, and connect. The best part? Stories don't feel like sales, they feel like connection. Mukund explains that every great brand, leader, or influencer is a great storyteller. They don't list features, they share journeys. They don't explain benefits, they show transformations. Practical application. 1. Use the before-after bridge framework. Before, describe the problem or struggle. After, show the transformation. Bridge, introduce your solution as the path between the two. 2. Make your audience the hero.
Don't make your brand or product the hero of the story. Make the audience the hero. You're just the guide. 3. Use real stories whenever possible. Customer testimonials, case studies, personal experiences. These are gold. Real stories build real trust. Takeaway. Facts tell, stories sell. Stories create emotional connection, and emotion drives action. Make your audience the hero, not your product. What's a brand or person whose story really resonated with you? Share below. We'd love to hear. Chapter 4. Building Trust Without Words. Scene: the doctor's office. Imagine you walk into a doctor's office. The first doctor interrupts you constantly, barely looks at you, and immediately starts prescribing medication. The second doctor listens carefully, asks thoughtful questions, explains everything clearly, and genuinely seems to care about your well-being. Who do you trust? The second one. And it has nothing to do with credentials. It has everything to do with presence. Here's a radical idea from the book. Trust isn't built by what you say. It's built by how you make people feel. Most people think trust comes from credentials, testimonials, or guarantees. And yes, those help. But the deepest trust comes from something more subtle: authenticity, consistency, and empathy. Our Mukund explains that people have incredibly sharp instincts. They can sense when someone is genuine and when someone is just trying to close a deal. The most influential people aren't the loudest or the most polished. They're the ones who show up consistently, listen deeply, and care genuinely.
Practical application. 1. Listen more than you talk. Most people are so focused on what they're going to say next that they don't truly listen. When you listen, really listen, you build trust instantly. 2. Be consistent. Trust is built over time. Show up, deliver on your promises, be reliable. 3. Show vulnerability. Perfection doesn't build trust. Humanity does. Share your struggles, your lessons, your growth. It makes you relatable. Takeaway. People buy from those they trust, and they trust those who genuinely care. Authenticity beats polish every single time. Who's someone you trust deeply, and why? What did they do to earn that trust? Let's talk about it. Chapter 5. Creating irresistible value. Scene: the coffee cart versus Starbucks. Two coffee shops sit on the same street. One is a small cart selling coffee for $2. The other is Starbucks selling coffee for $6. Logically, everyone should go to the cart. But most people go to Starbucks. Why? Because Starbucks isn't selling coffee. They're selling an experience, a lifestyle, a moment of comfort in a busy day. Our Mukund makes a crucial distinction. Value isn't about price, it's about perception. People don't buy the cheapest option. They buy the option that feels most valuable to them. And here's the secret. Value is subjective. It's not just about what you offer, it's about how you frame what you offer. When you create irresistible value, people don't think, "Can I afford this?" They think, "I can't afford not to have this." Practical application. 1. Bundle value creatively. Don't just offer a product, offer an experience, a community, a transformation. 2. Frame your offer in terms of what they gain, not what they pay. Instead of $500, say, an investment that saves you 20 hours a week. 3. Over-deliver on expectations. Surprise people. Give more than they expected. That's how you create raving fans. Takeaway. Value is perception, not price. People pay for transformation, not information. Frame your offer in terms of what they gain. What's something you paid more for because you felt it was worth it? Tell us why. Chapter 6. The Art of Subtlety. Scene: the billboard.
You're driving down the highway. One billboard screams, "Buy now, huge sale, don't miss out." Another simply says, "You deserve better sleep." Which one makes you curious? The second one, because it doesn't demand, it suggests. One of Mukund's most powerful lessons. The best influence is invisible. When people feel like they're being sold to, they resist. But when they feel like they're discovering something on their own, they lean in. This is the art of subtlety. It's about planting seeds, not forcing hands. It's about creating curiosity, not pressure. The most persuasive messages don't feel like persuasion, they feel like insight. Practical application. 1. Ask questions instead of making statements. Have you ever wondered why? Invites curiosity. You need this creates resistance. 2. Use the power of implication. Instead of saying, "Buy this to be successful," show stories of successful people who use it. 3. Give people space to decide. Trust that if you've created real value, they'll choose it. Takeaway. Subtlety beats force every time. Curiosity pulls people in. Pressure pushes them away. Plant seeds, don't force hands. Have you ever been influenced by something subtle, a quiet recommendation or a gentle nudge? Share your experience. Chapter 7. Emotional Triggers That Work. Scene: the charity appeal. 2 charity ads appear on your screen. The first, donate to help children in need. The second, meet Amina. She walks 6 miles every day just to get clean water. Your $10 can change that.
Which one moves you to act? The second, because it's specific, emotional, and real. Our Mukund doesn't shy away from this truth. Emotion drives action. Logic justifies decisions, but emotion makes them. The book outlines key emotional triggers that ethically influence behavior. Belonging. People want to be part of something. Fear of missing out. Scarcity creates urgency. Identity. People buy what aligns with who they are or want to be. Hope. The promise of a better future is irresistible. But here's the key. These triggers must be used ethically. Manipulation breaks trust. Authenticity builds it. Practical application. 1. Be specific, not vague. Help people is vague. Help Sarah afford her daughter's medical treatment is specific and powerful. 2. Use social proof. Join 10,000 others who've transformed their lives. Taps into belonging. 3. Create urgency, but honestly. If there's a real deadline, mention it. If not, don't fake it. Takeaway. Emotion drives decisions. Logic justifies them. Use emotional triggers ethically, not manipulatively. Specificity and authenticity amplify emotional impact. FAQs, your burning questions answered. FAQ 1. How can I influence people without being manipulative? Great question. The line between influence and manipulation is simple: intent. Influence is about genuinely helping someone make a decision that's good for them. Manipulation is about tricking someone into a decision that's good for you. Here's the test. Would you still recommend this if you weren't making money from it? If yes, you're influencing. If no, you're manipulating. Focus on understanding what people truly need, communicate honestly, and offer real value. When your intent is pure, your influence feels natural, not pushy. FAQ 2. What if my product or service isn't sexy or exciting? Here's the truth. Nothing is inherently exciting or boring. It's all about how you frame it. Accounting software sounds boring, but Save 10 hours a week and finally have time for your family sounds valuable. Trash bags sound boring, but strong enough to handle anything life throws at you sounds empowering. Focus on the outcome, not the object. What does your product or service help people achieve, feel, or become? That's your story. FAQ 3. How do I build trust quickly, especially online? Trust takes time, but you can accelerate it by being 1. Consistent. Show up regularly with valuable content. 2. Transparent. Share your process, your story, your values. 3. Generous. Give before you ask. Provide free value. 4. Authentic. Don't try to be perfect, be real. People trust those who show up, deliver, and care. Do that consistently, and trust will follow. FAQ 4. Can introverts be good at influence and persuasion? Absolutely. In fact, introverts often make better influencers because they listen more, think deeply, and connect authentically. You don't need to be loud, flashy, or extroverted to influence people. You just need to understand them, communicate clearly, and care genuinely. Some of the most influential people in history, writers, thinkers, leaders, were introverts. Your quiet strength is your superpower. Conclusion. Become a magnet, not a salesperson. So here we are. We've journeyed through our Mukund's Don't Sell, Make Them Buy. And if there's one thing this book teaches us, it's this. The world doesn't need more salespeople. It needs more magnets. People who attract, not chase. People who serve, not pressure. People who understand, not manipulate. You don't need to be the loudest voice in the room. You don't need to master aggressive tactics or manipulative tricks. You just need to understand what people truly want, speak to their hearts, tell stories that resonate, and build trust through authenticity. When you do that, something magical happens. People don't feel sold to, they feel seen. They don't feel pressured, they feel understood. And they don't just buy from you, they believe in you. This book isn't just for entrepreneurs or marketers, it's for anyone who wants to communicate more effectively, influence more ethically, and connect more deeply. It's for the teacher who wants to inspire students, the parent who wants to guide their children, the leader who wants to move their team, the creative who wants to share their work with the world.
Because at the end of the day, we are all selling something, an idea, a vision, a belief, a better way forward. And the question is, will you push or will you pull? Remember, you are not here to convince anyone of anything. You are here to create value so undeniable, stories so compelling, and trust so deep that people naturally want what you offer. You are here to become a magnet. If this video resonated with you, do me a favor. Hit that like button, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to Ladder Up English for more book journeys that change the way you see the world. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's the biggest lesson you're taking away from this book? I read every single comment, and I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and keep climbing that ladder. This is Ladder Up English. Let's rise together.